Hey, welcome to Whitey White Guy Show. I'm Whitey, and I'm on my lunch break at work, and I'm just gonna do a brief thinking aloud. I haven't yet seen Clerks 3, and maybe I will, maybe I won't. Not getting a lot of love, that movie. But one curiosity I have is that Jeff Anderson's character is like my favorite. Always has been. Been a Jeff Anderson fan. In the movie, he looks like he's in his 60s, where he's just pushing 50, I think, in real life. And he's got something weird going on with his hair, like a mullet-looking thing. And then when you see him in the press, he looks like he's going on 50. You know, he's no spring chicken, but he doesn't look that old. And I get it, he's supposed to have a heart attack in the movie, so maybe they aged him a bit to make that seem more plausible. But the problem with that is that, well, it's not impossible for a guy Jeff's age to have a heart attack. And thin people have heart attacks. It's like when Kevin Smith had a heart attack, that made sense because he's been overweight his whole life. And when you do that, you get a cholesterol buildup in your arteries and you lose a lot of weight fast. That can be very dangerous, and it's the widowmaker, just like what the heart attack that Kevin Smith had. But that makes sense. He's been overweight his whole life, and for like most of the 2000s, he was like holy shit overweight. I mean, he broke a toilet sitting on it. It wouldn't let him on an airplane or something. So, but Jeff Anderson's like the thinnest, healthiest guy they got at View Askew, and he's the one that has the heart attack. It's just like, it don't work. So we'll see if the movie's any good. But again, it's not. It's getting a lot of FU from the movie reviews I've seen of it. But I just don't know. Every time, the same thing happened with the second one. Jeff Anderson and Brian O'Halloran look like 10 years older than they were in the movie. And then they look better in real life. And so I don't know, after the movie comes out, they hit the gym or something and clean up. I couldn't tell you, but I don't know, it's just strange. Why does Jeff Anderson suddenly look 10 to 15 years older than he is and look like shit when in real life he looks solid? When he's doing the press and stuff, he's like a handsome guy. I don't get it. So, but there's a couple clips that were on YouTube. They might have gotten taken down that I saw of the film. It doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. And I know Kevin had a heart attack. And when Kevin Smith, you know, he writes stuff that's personal to him and what he's going through, especially with the Clerks films. You know, it's a conduit to what he's got going on at the time. And I get that. But it's just, Dogma was just such a good fucking movie. And then he decided to go with like Tusk. And then I can't bring myself to watch that. Red State, I saw some clips of that. I can't bring myself to watch that. Red State looks awful. Tusk looks awful. So, Erica said Tusk is actually really good. I don't know. But I need to smoke before I go back to work, so I don't know. That just jumped out to me. It's like, why does Jeff Anderson just look awful in this movie? And then there's a clip I saw where Jeff Anderson, Brian O'Halloran, they're gonna go shoot this scene at the movies, I think it was. And then Jeff Anderson pulls Brian O'Halloran into the reefer, the refrigerated area with all the stock in it. And he's yelling at him for being drunk. And it's like, I had a heart attack and you can't even show up and help me make this. Even though movies was where. And then, what's her name, Dawson, her character Becky dies in the logic of the film in a car accident, just like, what's her name, a Jersey girl. And then Jeff Anderson can be a bigger dick. And then at the end of the film, they're like, oh, Brian O'Halloran's in the afterlife, I guess. And he's like, he's my best friend. And I'm like, that just, it seems all over the place. So hopefully everybody is wrong. I think I've seen like one YouTuber say it was a good movie, but he also said he liked Clerks 2 a lot. I like how Clerks 2 ended, how they wrapped it up and pulled everything together, but I didn't really care for Clerks 2. I thought it was just they went after Dogma. Kevin should have been swinging for the fences, and instead he took a step backwards and laterally with everything he's done since. It's like he should have been Scorseseing this shit up, man. He should have been hitting solid movies and, really saying something about society, which I guess he tried to do with Red State, but I don't know. It's not looking good, kids. So I got to get a smoke, go back to work. We're getting slammed. We're getting slammed in the ER today. Just fucking slammed. They had we were talking about there was an announcement for a traumatic heart attack, and then we're joking, did they say traumatic or dramatic? And I was like, what was the guy like flailing around and being really theatrical? So we'll see if that guy pulls through. They got him in 8. 8's not good. Room 8, not good. 7 and 8. That's the only room so far that I've seen dead bodies in. So see how hopefully this guy pulls through. Cheers.